Have you ever wondered if the Pelasgians were actually the Pleiadians in disguise? Now, there's a question to twiddle your cerebral whiskers. Let's start by setting the stage. The Pelasgians, for those of you who've been too busy pondering the mysteries of the universe to delve into ancient history, were the pre-Hellenic inhabitants of the Aegean Sea area. They were the ancient Greeks, before it was hip to be Greek, you might say. They were known for their intricate stone structures and their fondness for olives. And, let's not forget, they have been credited with laying the groundwork for Greek civilization as we know it. On the other side of the cosmos, we have the Pleiadians, reputed residents of the Pleiades star cluster, also known as the Seven Sisters. They're often depicted as highly evolved extraterrestrials, radiating pure love and light and possessing advanced knowledge of the cosmos. They're the spiritual gurus of the galaxy, if you will, and they're often associated with UFO sightings and otherworldly wisdom. Intriguingly, there's an ancient lore that involves the Pleiadians in a cosmic conflict, a war with another powerful extraterrestrial race known as the Anunnaki. The Anunnaki, said to be originating from the planet Nibiru, were believed to have influenced the earliest civilizations of Sumer, Mesopotamia, and Egypt. The Pleiadians and Anunnaki, despite their advanced wisdom and cosmic powers, were entangled in a celestial war, a struggle that was more than just a battle for control, but also a fight for the soul of humanity. Now here's where it gets interesting. Some conspiracy theorists suggest that these two seemingly disparate groups, the Pelasgians and Pleiadians, are in fact one and the same. The Pelasgians, they argue, were not simple earthbound mortals, but rather Pleiadian beings who descended from the stars to impart their wisdom to humanity, possibly after their conflict with the Anunnaki. Sounds like a stretch? Perhaps. The Pelasgians were known for their advanced civilization, far ahead of its time, much like the Pleiadians are said to possess advanced knowledge of the cosmos. Could it be that the Pelasgians' impressive stone structures, their sophisticated society, even their preference for olives, were the result of extraterrestrial influence? Of course, this is all pure speculation, a playful poke at the edges of possibility, but isn't that what makes life interesting? The chance to ponder, to question, to imagine. So let's imagine for a moment ancient Greece, spaceships, interstellar wars, and a lot of olive oil. Intriguing, isn't it? So, who were these Pelasgians, the ancient Greeks' enigmatic neighbours? And what part did they play in the cosmic saga that spanned galaxies? Picture a civilization so ancient, their lineage is shrouded in the nebulous curtains of time itself. They were the Pelasgians, the cryptic denizens of the Aegean realm, long before the Greeks set foot on those lands. Their culture, language, and even their physical features remain a mystery, like a puzzle piece that always seems to elude your grasp when you're on the verge of completion. The ancient lore tells that the Pelasgians were not just the first kids on the Mediterranean bloc, but they were also the central figures in an alien war of epic proportions. This war, waged between the Anunnaki and the Pleiadians, two ancient celestial races, brought forth an unprecedented interstellar conflict. The Pelasgians, with their architectural brilliance, constructed citadels and metropolises that left even the Greeks in silent admiration, their structures possibly influenced by alien technologies. Their artistic genius was unparalleled. Their pottery and sculpture rivaled the finest works in the cosmos, mirroring the universal beauty of the Pleiadians and the grandeur of the Anunnaki. Their mythology, a grand tapestry spun with threads of cosmic intrigue and fantasy, told of their veneration of deities that was strikingly similar to the Greek pantheon. It led to the speculation that they were the original creators of these gods, possibly under the influence of the alien races they were involved with. The Pelasgians also had a reputation that transcended the typical, even in the ancient world. They were believed to be the original settlers of Earth, predating all known civilizations. This implies that they could have been the first contact point for the Anunnaki and the Pleiadians on our planet. It's like they were the ancient world's trendsetters, doing everything before it was deemed cool. Despite their enigmatic origins and their involvement in the cosmic drama, the Pelasgians had a significant impact on ancient Greece. They were the pioneers, the trailblazers, the ones everyone else aspired to imitate. From architectural marvels to intricate mythology, the Greeks borrowed extensively from their mysterious neighbours, much like a younger sibling emulating their cooler, elder sibling. In essence, they were like your eccentric next-door neighbour who throws wild intergalactic parties and claims to be a descendant of Hercules, or perhaps even the Anunnaki and Pleiadians. And now let's divert our attention skywards to the Pleiadians, or as I love to refer to them, the cosmic free spirits. The Pleiadians, my esteemed listeners, are reputed to be a cosmic assembly in the most literal sense. They're reportedly from the Pleiades star cluster, a good 400 light-years away. Yet, their interstellar travel record would put even the most experienced Earth adventurers to shame. These galactic voyagers are just here for the sights and sounds of the universe. Oh no, they're alleged to be carriers of advanced knowledge, the type that renders our terrestrial sciences as elementary. They're purportedly skilled in everything from quantum physics to metaphysical healing, having even mastered the technique of telepathy. Talk about being on cloud nine, right? Now you might be curious, how did we come to gather all this information? It seems the Pleiadians are quite the social interstellar beings. They're said to have made contact with humans, imparting their wisdom and occasionally guiding us. Now, adding a thrilling twist to their tale is their ancient feud with the Anunnaki. As per various theories, there was an interstellar war between the Pleiadians and the Anunnaki, two advanced alien races. This clash of titans was not just for territorial conquest, but also for ideological differences. The Anunnaki, known for their materialistic and interventionist approach, were often at odds with the holistic and non-interventionist Pleiadians. This war, like any other, had significant consequences and is believed to have influenced the course of human history and evolution. The Pleiadians, my dear listeners, are an epitome of the saying, "Reach for the stars." They are conceived as beings of profound wisdom and unmatched charisma, traversing the cosmos with grace. They represent what we might transform into if we dare to dream, to venture, to push beyond the boundaries of our world. Picture them as the trendsetters of the cosmos, who've experienced everything and have the flying saucer to attest for it. So we have these ancient folks and these celestial beings, but what's their connection? Strap in, my friends. We're about to plunge into a sphere where ancient history crosses paths with cosmic enigma, where the Pelasgians, the primeval inhabitants of Greece, allegedly associate with the Pleiadians, those mysterious creatures from the constellation of Pleiades. It might sound like a plot from a science fiction book, right? Some advocates think that the Pleiadians were not just guests, but the ancestors of the Pelasgians. Yes, you heard it correctly. It seems our ancient comrades could have descended from star wanderers. Now that is a lineage that redefines the phrase stargazing. You must be curious. How did this link originate? Well, let's take a stroll down the alley of conspiracies. Here's where things take a turn, so buckle in. We're going to talk about the outlandish theory of an ancient alien war that supposedly took place between Anunnaki and the Pleiadians. According to the information from our provided link, the Anunnaki, who were also an advanced civilization, were in conflict with the Pleiadians. The reason? A dispute over the control of Earth and its inhabitants. Yes, the plot just thickened. Now back to our Pleiadian story. Allegedly, these advanced Pleiadians took a space trip to our modest Earth. They touched down in Greece, were enamored by the landscape, and chose to stay. As time passed, they blended in with the locals, and thus the Pelasgians came into existence. Now, if you think this seems like a cosmic melodrama, you're not the only one. But hold on, there's more. Some proposals suggest that the Pleiadians imparted their superior knowledge to the Pelasgians, leading to the sudden development of civilization in ancient Greece. So, those Greek philosophers might have had some extraterrestrial influence. Of course, these hypotheses are, let's just say, slightly speculative. The proof is as scarce as the air in outer space, but that's what makes them so captivating, isn't it? They stimulate our imagination and make us gaze at the night sky with awe and curiosity. So, the next time you look up at the stars, remember, you might just be looking at the distant kin of ancient Greeks. Now, isn't that a concept to mull over with your morning coffee? So, what have we uncovered from this galactic journey? Let's pause for a second to recount, shall we? Firstly, we ventured into the domain of the Pelasgians, the primeval folks as elusive as a politician's promise. They were the ones assumed to precede the Greeks, with a language to confound even the best cryptographer, and a disinclination for record-keeping that can rival a cat's aversion to water. Then we boldly stepped into the celestial embrace of the Pleiadians. These spacefaring beings from the Pleiades star cluster, who, as per some, could possibly be our long-separated kin. They're the ones with the advanced technology, the evolved societies, and the alleged capacity to travel faster than a rumour in a sleepy town. Now, let's introduce a new twist to our tale. The ancient alien war between the Anunnaki and the Pleiadians. The Anunnaki, a powerful race from the planet Nibiru, known for their influence on early human civilizations, their alleged creation of mankind, and their technological prowess, clashed with the Pleiadians in a cosmic conflict that shook the stars. The war was said to be triggered by a disagreement on the destiny of humanity, with both sides having their own agenda and vision for our species. So, we've got the Pelasgians, who may or may not have existed and left us pondering. Then we have the Pleiadians, who may or may be traversing across the universe, extending the cosmic hand of camaraderie, or perhaps just visiting to see our latest blunders. And let's not forget the Anunnaki, who may have clashed with the Pleiadians in a celestial war of epic proportions. Now, the intriguing question remains, were the Pelasgians actually the Pleiadians? Did these early Earth dwellers take a cosmic detour and land up in the Pleiades star cluster? Or did the Pleiadians come over for a cosmic tea party and decide to stay, giving birth to the Pelasgian civilization? The answer, my friends, is as transparent as a thick fog. After all, we're trying to solve a riddle that is older than your grandmother's dentures. We can speculate, theorize, and hypothesize till the end of time, but the truth remains enticingly elusive. There we have it! The Pelasgians, the Pleiadians, the Anunnaki, and a cosmic enigma shrouded in celestial mystery. Now, if that doesn't make you the life of the party, I don't know what will.